Hey guys, it's Jen and I'm here with Marty from KVS, and we are still talking about title because there is so much to go over about title. It is unbelievable. So one of the things that I've found interesting over the course of time is that I actually remember when I was little and I think I must have been 3 because it was the house that my parents bought in Spicewood.
Wow.
I sat at the settlement table underneath where the table was, and my parents were signing with the guy who had built the house, and everybody was there, and they weren't laughing, they were being very serious. It was a very somber room, but I remember being there.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't really happen very much anymore. Like the whole room being together,
Right.
and somber and like paper shuffling.
Sure.
What's it like now? What can someone actually expect? And granted, I'm in real estate and I'm there all the time, but from your side, what do you think people should come to expect?
Well, I can tell you this, that from the child's perspective, the only difference would be you might still be under the table or a chair at the table, but you'd be with an iPad, probably watching some kind of movie.
Right? You're like Dora the Exploring.
But it used to be what we would do is we spent a lot of time coordinating schedules to get everyone there in the room at the same time.
Right.
And I think everybody's lives have gotten busier.
Yeah.
And the expectation is a matter of convenience. And so oftentimes we will have buyers sign at their own time that works for them. We'll have sellers sign at their time that works for them. And sometimes if we have 4 people, let's say 2 married couples, they may sign at all different portions of different offices at different times.
Yeah.
Because it's just, life's busy. Life's a little busier, more complicated from a scheduling standpoint now than I think it was back when maybe our parents were buying homes. And now we have people traveling all over the place. So we're dealing with lots of different issues where we have people in other countries, we have people in other parts of the United States signing. And we even now, Virginia's been very progressive about this, where they will allow e-notarization.
Wow.
Under certain circumstances. Now, the lending community hasn't totally gotten on board with that, and certainly there's many other states that aren't on board and require wet signatures for everything. But you know, Virginia's been very progressive about that, and what that means is that someone could be like we are right now, essentially using video. But what you would do is you'd have, rather than a notary there with a stamp like we have in person, there's actually an e-notarization process, and they can notarize the documents because they can actually see the person that is signing on video.
Wow.
Before them. So yeah, it's really a progressive way that Virginia, it'll be interesting to see how neighboring jurisdictions come along with
It's
that process.
quite interesting. I've actually had experiences with some of my clients who've been deployed,
Mm-hmm.
where we've had powers of attorney for acting attorneys come in to sit, and I've never even met my client in actual real life person until they come and get the keys from us.
Sure.
So we do the entire process of the finding the house, buying the house, sitting down at the settlement table with a power of attorney.
So true. And you know, some of the things that I've done in those instances, especially with the military, and when you're dealing with families and you have someone that's that far away and they're making this important purchase, we'll actually Skype them into the closing.
That's amazing.
So though that they have someone signing on their behalf, you know, there at the table, they can actually be a part of the closing. So I think it's important, even with technology and the changes and people being able to be all over, it's still such an important time.
Yeah.
That people want to be a part of it.
They do.
So
That's
you
a
find a way
high-five
to make it
moment.
work. All
Make
right.
it work.
That's right.